rappers one in the section. Fit the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You would run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, trains out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Heavyweight. Heavyweight, baby. Let's bleed, shall we? True Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. See, we got in the building. So I want to get to this. Sitting back giving it some thought. I'm like, you know what? We can have some pretty good things going on here. Got some pretty good things going on here. And I don't know, it depends on you guys, you know, what you appreciate or not. You know, while things are making some powerful moves, we got to appreciate what's here. Smash the like button, like and share the video. Let's talk some boxing style. Vince Valborn, Andrew Gray, Todd Swindle, ES, Sam Mack, JC in the building. Shower my sis, what's going on? Harmonize my sis, what's going on? Main event, Mark, Focus Ball, the underrated darkness. What's good? What's going on with you? Young Hollywood, Jafar Cesar, smash the like button. Let's get to the smoke. Stormy won't be with us this evening. He's out handling some business. Marco's supposed to slide through if he gets a minute. But you know, I'm the captain of this ship. So let's do it. Robert Singleton in the building. What's going on? What's going on here? What is this? What's happening here? Okay. Let me wait a minute. My bad. 1 second, y'all. I'm sorry. Okay. Tighten up my brother right here, underrated darkness. What the hell? What is going on here? Something strange happening. Sorry, guys. Okay. I don't know what that was. Sometimes YouTube act a little crazy. So, you know, you gotta be patient. Young Abel, salute. Cameron Fields, salute, my queen. How are you? Yeah, it's probably Miguel. It's probably Miguel.
¡Ay, Miguel! ¡Miguel!
Yeah, you already know how it is. You know, Miguel's on mines, but he can't have mines. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good. So, boxing, please. Yeah, Miguel's at it early. So, all right. I was just over on my boy 503 Lines. You know, my bro, Houston Drip in the building. Salute to him. All right. He's doing double duty. He was on his channel on Smoke City Mobcast also. And he talked about the month of September. And I'm going to be very honest with you. Boxing is so like fugazi right now. We getting fights that we ain't asked for. And let me be very clear. There's a lot of talent out here. But then when you got belt holders and things of that nature, Darius was good, and they're not doing what they're supposed to do. I mean, how are they supposed to hold our attention? You know what I mean? Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? It's weird, man. It's very, very weird. It's very weird. It's strange. I don't like it. I'm not going to say the talent pool is trash. What I will say is that how we're being treated as Bill D, what's good? How we're being treated as supporters of the sport, that's trash. That's trash, and I don't like it. I don't like it. In the month of September, I think I saw. I did see Champside spoke about. Sorry, I'm doing double duty, triple duty. Yeah, Champside did a video on the boxing schedule in September, and to be very, very honest, I haven't even really paid attention. Like 3 weeks out of the fight, I know some things, but 3 weeks out to the fight, I'm like, oh, okay, all right, this is something worth talking about. If you notice, I'm only doing live streams. I'm not even doing side videos because boxing's not pumping like that. It's not. Why? Because 10 times out of 10, your favorite fighter isn't doing anything that they're supposed to freaking do. And we're on here fussing and fighting about it. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. I really am. I'm exhausted. It's crazy. Marco, what's good, brother?
What's cracking, Papa?
Man, good to see you, good brother. Everything cool?
Yeah, man, I moved. I don't know if I told you.
Yeah. That's I knew you was on the move, man. That worked out.
I'm in these suburb streets.
That's what's up, man.
Yo, you ever see the movie My Blue Heaven with Steve Martin?
I did.
So there's a scene in that movie, and I feel like that here, where he's a mob dude, right? And he's relocated to some nice, and he's in the supermarket, and they're all like, "How are you? Have a good day. How are you?" And there's one scene where the guy's like, "Hello, have a good day," and Steve Martin turns around and goes, "Fuck you." That's how I feel here.
Weird, right? It's a little culture shock, but
they're all nice and shit. It's like,
you'll adjust.
You trying to bang me? What's the motive? What are you doing?
You'll adjust, man. Ain't nothing, man. You know what I mean? So we just starting. We just starting right now. So basically what I was saying is the talent pool in boxing is pretty good. There's a lot of good fighters out here. The sad fact is we're really not getting the fights that we want. The calendar for September is not really good. There's a couple of good things. One of the good things is I like this AJ versus Daniel Dubois fight. They have history. I like that fight. And I was saying that the heavyweight division is live. Trey Will, salute. Detroit, BC. Salute. I'm gonna focus on the heavyweight division because everything else is, to be blunt, it's working my damn nerves. That's why I haven't done any the 10-minute videos, the 8-minute fight, because there was nothing to talk about. We did have a nice fight last night.
Which one?
Diego Pacheco looked very good against Sulecki. Pacheco looks very good. He's a live dog at 168. But what do we know about 168? Canelo. And oh boy, I'm gonna leave that alone, man. I want to focus on the heavyweight division though. And salute to Trey Will, man. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? I told you you'd get it. That's a milestone. He got that 2K. That's a milestone, man. Salute to you, good brother. Out the mud. No tricks of the trade. No buying subs or whatever it is people do. My brother got it out the mud. Salute, man. You said common sense. Salute. So the landscape. The question tonight is, Marco, what's the potential of the heavyweight division? How many good fighters? How many good fighters we got? How many good matchups we got? What's the landscape as you see it?
I mean, I keep saying this, right? All these dudes are about to age out.
Yeah.
Right? All of them except maybe AJ might be because we just saw that Jared Anderson's probably not the one. You got Bacoli, who's he's in his 30s, right? Must be.
I don't know, but he got to be in his 30s. I know he ain't in his 20s.
AJ might be the only one who's gonna not age out, but even him, he's what, 34, 35?
It's about that.
You know what I mean?
Zhang is like 40.
Zhang's 40. Wilder is 37, 38. He's probably going to retire.
Zhang doesn't have a lot of boxing miles on him, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, Yeah, you know, the other dude, the Juggernaut dude, he's fucking old. Dubois youngish, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think AJ's gonna knock him out viciously.
Really?
Yeah,
Really? How do
I
you see
do.
that going?
I see AJ. You ever go to those Greek restaurants and you get shish kebabs?
I've seen it.
Right. I see AJ making a shish kebab with his straight right hand right through Dubois' shit.
Really?
I think he's gonna put him out. Yeah.
I mean, their previous history means nothing because you hear things, but
I mean, yeah.
it wasn't.
Look, I think Dubois is good, but I don't think, so I think AJ's gonna knock him out, and then AJ will probably fight the winner of Usyk. But let's say Usyk beats Fury in the rematch. Do we want to see AJ Usyk 3?
No,
No, right?
no, I don't want to see.
Me neither.
And you know why? And ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking boxing. Y'all know how I feel about Usyk. Y'all know how I feel about Fury. Y'all know that. I'm just gonna talk boxing because the sport's getting on my nerves, Marco. It really is, man. I'm be honest with you. I'm really not hype about anything. I have nothing to look forward to. But there's things that's there, but the fact that they're not happening is working my damn nerves. And I'm tired of arguing with people over it. It's silly at this point. I can't do it. I refuse to do it. I can do it, but I refuse to do it. I'm not doing things for clicks and views. All right, it's disturbing. So again, I just want to say that. I want to get back in the heavyweight division. Wilder and Fury, between the two of them, they aged fighting each other 3 times. That's just it. So I don't think Fury's going to beat Usyk, especially since he doesn't have access to his injections and drugs, and I think Usyk is just a better fighter than him. So granted, he still got to beat Fury. Granted, he does that. El Hitman, what up? Granted, he does that. Do we want to see Usyk versus AJ? AJ asked, and you know why? Rudy, what up? You know why I'm saying that? It's because at the end of the second fight, didn't he run up on him and say, "Yo, how did you beat me?"
He was just he just couldn't believe that he lost. But here's the thing, boxing is all about recency bias, right? So let's say Usyk beats Fury, and let's say it's close again, and let's say AJ knocks Dubois out. So now you're looking at the last 2-3 fights. AJ, he's knocking people out. He's looking invincible. The last 2-3 fights, whatever, Usyk, he's not looking that good.
Well, let me ask you.
People might want to see it.
Let me ask you. Really look at AJ's last couple of fights. Look at how they measure up. None of those fights prepare him for Usyk at all.
I agree with you, but people might want to watch the fight because all they have in their head is Usyk didn't look good, AJ did. You know what I'm saying? Like boxing fans like you, me, purists, yeah, we could look deeper.
Well,
but the surface is just that. One guy looked great, the other guy didn't. So maybe now this guy's a chance of beating him.
Well, I mean, I think Usyk did look well. He was dangerously outsized, and he dragged Fury into the championship rounds, and he damn near drowned him. So I think he looked great. I think it looked great because people really picked. They said, they said Fury was the guy because he's light on his feet. He can box. He's not the powerful guy, but he could box. And they pretty much said, this was the guy that had the remedy for Usyk. And it looked like that for about 3 or 4 rounds. And then Usyk,
I mean, I think
turned up on him.
I think Fury needed to fight, and I don't want to get your blood pressure going up here talking about Fury, but
No, go ahead.
I think Fury needed to fight him the way he fought Wilder the second, third fight in terms of being big. Him boxing Usyk, it worked for a little bit, but what happens if Fury leans on Usyk? Does all that dirty shit, that crafty, dirty shit he did with Wilder? Can Usyk take that?
Why couldn't he do it?
I don't know why he didn't try it off Jump Street. He even came in light, which indicated to me that he meant to stay on his feet and stay away.
He didn't do it because he couldn't do it.
Maybe. You can't say yes or no. You might be right for sure.
Well, he didn't do it because that was the next thing. And guess what? We said AJ was going to do that to Usyk. Usyk was the underdog versus AJ. He was an underdog versus Fury.
AJ boxed him that second fight, which was a mistake. He tried to box Usyk. I don't know why.
Yeah, I thought he did better in the second fight. You know, I thought he did a little better.
He did, but he tried to box him. He came in lighter too. He tried to, but look, you could be right. To me, it looked like Fury didn't really try to lean on him, so I think Fury has a good chance in the rematch. But you know what? I thought Fury would win the first fight easy with Usyk, so I was shocked. Even though the fight was
He
close,
would win.
I thought Fury was going to stop him. I thought he was too big.
Everyone thought that.
Right.
Everyone thought that.
I thought he was too big. So I don't know how much of the victory is what you're saying, which is Usyk just controlled it, or how much of it was Fury also came in with a game plan that was like, what are you boxing a smaller guy for? Even though he was successful doing it for a while, and Usyk might have more power. Like, is Usyk a hard puncher, or did he just time Fury perfectly to get him all almost out?
Well, there's a list of things. I'm just going to run it down. First and foremost, they were in a position where Fury didn't have access to his, let's say, vitamins. He didn't have access to it because late in the fight, I didn't see him bouncing around like he was after Wilder floored him twice in Vegas, So in my opinion, that guy clearly wasn't on drugs. He was a clean fighter. He was a clean fighter versus Ngannou. He was a clean fighter versus Usyk. And Usyk in that 300 pounds or whatever he was at 6'9", it caught up to him in the championship rounds. And Usyk had a good enough chin and way above average boxing skill to bring him there. And I think that was Usyk's game plan. Take this guy late, and then we're gonna show him what's good. And you can have a good chin, but late in the fight, if you're tired and someone goes upside you, and Usyk caught him clean. I mean, look, he's not a powerful puncher, but Usyk is 6'3" and he's a boxer.
He fucking nailed him.
He nailed him really good.
But also, Fury kept retreating the whole. He was moving, and that just made Usyk almost powered Usyk up. Like, Usyk was, even though Fury was winning easily up to the 7th round, he was constantly retreating. He was being hunted. He was prey. You know what I mean? And that sets a mentality for both fighters, for Fury and for Usyk. Like, this mother, I've been there. Oh, he's running. Even if I'm getting tapped up a little, the dude's running. I'm gonna get him. You know what I mean?
Right.
And the mentality was there. So we'll see.
Going into the rematch, I gotta ride with Usyk 70-30. I ride with Usyk 70-30, because he's going to be favored now. Because I don't know, maybe this time Fury, he'll be more cautious, but he's going to respect him a lot less because now he knows him.
We've just seen, man. I don't know who to pick because I thought Fury at first. Obviously, now he proved Usyk did something I didn't think he would do. So now I don't know. But one thing I will say, the last couple years, starting with Crawford and Spence, I've seen so many unexpected performances. Like, nobody thought Spence would.
No, not like that, bro.
Even I thought Crawford's last fight, I don't think he looked that great. You know what I'm saying? Considering I thought he was going to destroy Homeboy, and it was, competitive.
It was.
There was another fight too that I saw. A couple, and Wilder, not how he looked against Zhang. Like a bunch of fights where I'm like, what is going on?
There's truth to what you're saying. There's been a lot of fights in the last few months that didn't turn out.
Boots too. He didn't look that good.
Boots, yeah. So with that being said, there's a lot of questions that we have. There's a lot of things that need to be answered. Sticking with the heavyweight division in the landscape, there's a lot of names out there. There's a lot of Derek Chisora. That's another one. I mean, he had a shot, but I didn't think he was going to beat Joyce like that, the way he did. And that was all experience right there. Really didn't believe that. That was crazy.
I hate Joe. Let me not say I hate Joyce, but I don't hate him. I always thought he was so grossly overrated.
Yeah.
He was so slow and mechanical, and I didn't get it, man, at all. People were like, "Oh, he's the truth," blah blah blah, and I'm like,
"Nah, yeah, I feel you on that." And let me just go on record and say I had the pleasure of meeting the brother.
He's
And I
cool,
spoke
probably,
to
right?
him. He's a very nice guy.
All right,
man.
you get that face off, right?
Yeah, he's a very nice guy. Very, very nice guy. I was talking to him about his rematch against Zhang. And I'm like, I'm no trainer, but based off of what I saw, I'm big on eye contact. And I was saying, this is what I feel. I don't know what your trainers are telling you, but this is what I feel you need to do. And he's like, yeah, you think so? I was like, I think so, man. I think so. And one thing I told him was not to do was try and box with Zhang. I said, don't box him. Touch him. Touch him. Don't aim for the head. Just touch him, knock him off balance, frustrate him. Later on, then be the juggernaut. Wear him down. You got to be that kind of smart. That's what I was telling him. But, I'm not the trainer. And he went in there and tried to box him, and you saw it ended. From what I've been told, he's very slow and robotic. But when he lands, it's like, Jesus Christ. I mean, he has...
Like, you've been watching boxing a long time, so when a punch lands, you can tell when it looks hard, right? Mm-hmm. For some reason, to me, I don't believe his punches even look that hard when they land. Maybe it's just me.
Yeah. You know why I can say he's a strong dude? Because I gave him a pound.
Oh, yeah?
Felt it in the hands. I felt it in his hands. I felt it. I was like, yeah, this guy's strong. I said, he's strong. He's very strong. Zab. You gave Zab a pound, right? Zab got strong hands, right? Strong. He got strong hands. You know what I mean? So, I say he's strong. When he fought Joseph Parker, I was like, Jesus Christ. And he started making Joseph Parker look like Frankenstein. So I'm like, he's hitting with something.
Speaking of Parker, he just beat two of the best heavyweights. Granted, it looked more like it's not what he did, it's where they were at. But whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well, yeah.
What's up with him? He should be up in.
This is why I wanted to talk about it, because it's like his career is rejuvenated. And I'm not talking about too many of the intangibles, because there's intangibles with Fury and AJ and Dubois and all of that stuff. Because Parker's been in the right place in the right time. By the time Deontay got to him, Deontay was for over a year layoff, more than that, and Parker fought like 4 times, so he was already warm. You understand? So it was that, you know what I'm saying? But putting that aside, he's a major player now. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. So that's why I want to talk about the division, because MXC, what up? DOG, what's up? Jimmy Bernard, Andre Jones, what up? That's how they do me. Deacon Dollars, Phenomenal Mexican, Ace Daddis, Royal Constrictor, 919, salute. If I miss you in the chat, know that I love you. This is what I'm saying. There's a lot of names. And enter Martin Bacoli. That's a bad man. That's a bad man.
I gotta be honest though, he gives me slight Juggernaut vibes. He's a little slow. He's a little. Do you agree? I'm not saying
no. It's different. It's different. He's faster.
Okay.
He's faster. He throws punches in combinations. This is something that Stormy brought to my attention. He punches in combinations, and he's more defensively sound. Way more defensively sound. He don't get touched. He doesn't keep his head on the line. You may have, for the people that just saw him for the first time when he fought Jared Anderson, he didn't need to move his head off the line because Jared couldn't touch him. And he's a big, strong dude. And I'm gonna tell you something. If George Foreman was like, if you put Martin Bacoli in a time machine around when George Foreman and Ali was running around, he'd be a bigger problem. He got that kind of pop. And he's a little bigger than George. Matter of fact, George is what, 6'3"?
George was 6'4", I believe. And Ali was 6'3". But yeah, around that.
Right. Bacoli's like 6'6".
Yeah.
And he has the dad body, but that power's there, and it's frightening.
And what does that mean, though? When dudes have the dad body, is that a look into something deeper? Lack of discipline? I mean, what does it mean? Because it has to mean something.
A dad body could be genetic, You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you could trim that shit down.
Yeah, you can. I've seen him go 12 and not get tired. Obviously he does road work because I don't see him get tired.
Can we name one great heavyweight, that had a dad body?
Larry Holmes.
But even Holmes was way in better shape in his peak than this dude is.
Yeah, no. I'm talking about Larry Holmes didn't have
Larry Holmes didn't have muscles, but he wasn't fat.
Right. But Coley
is a little fat.
You know, look into the MMA. Riddick Bowe. You know,
Riddick Bowe wasn't like that until he kind of won the championship and didn't give a fuck anymore. Leading up to that, he didn't look like that.
We got to make a timeout. We got to pivot for a second. We got to pivot. The Wolf is in the building. What's good?
Yeah.
What's happening, my dog?
What's good?
Got my
What's
dog
good?
Marlo here too. What's happening, man?
What's cracking?
Yeah, and we outside, man. I'm just cooling with my little brother, man. We out here enjoying ourselves.
Hey, man. No swollen eyes, nothing. No swollen lips, nothing. You got the nerve not to be swollen after a pro fight. What's going on with you?
Come on,
Oh wait,
man.
you had the fight with you hit him with a body shot. And he tried to say it was low, right?
Bro.
Man, I stopped that boy in the fourth round.
That shit wasn't even close to being low. Like not even
That
close.
was crazy.
That was a liver shot.
Honestly, when I didn't see it really in the fight, it was, all that adrenaline. I didn't pay. When I watched it, I couldn't believe it. I was like,
nowhere near the low blow.
And I looked at his face. I looked at his face too. He was done. It was over. Like that fight was over.
What was good with that ref though?
I've been asking the same thing. I swear I don't know. I've had that ref about 3 times. Every time I fight on overtime, I've had him, and I've never experienced that with him before until that fight. I don't know. It was questionable. He was on me about everything. I was like,
yeah, he was. That was a little strange, man. I ain't like that
at all.
I ain't like that at all, man. That was a little strange, man. I'm looking like, hold on, and he was right in position. That was a clean body shot, man. I said, "Oh, fight's over." He didn't even count. What? Did you even get a warning for lows after that?
No, he didn't even warn me or nothing. He didn't even say keep it here. He didn't say anything. That's why I was even more confused.
That's fucked up.
And then he was kind of like coaching him to an extent, like, oh, like do you want to get up? Like, do you want to continue? Like, do you want to? Like, he's asking him questions and shit. Like, you can see it on the video. I'm like, yo, this is.
So, I mean, you got robbed a knockout victory for a UD.
That's what it was. Fight was over.
Straight up, yeah. I did. Like,
that was a liver shot. People don't know liver shots hurt.
Nah, them shits ain't they're not cool. Liver shots ain't cool at all.
Yeah, I really caught him like damn near and almost near the solar plex.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's why I was like low. Like when I seen it, I was like, damn, like it ain't like nowhere. It ain't even close to the belt line.
So when you threw it, did you know instantly that wasn't low, or you kind of questioned yourself for a second?
No, I mean I knew it wasn't low. I had said that in the post-fight interview. I mean I knew it wasn't low, but I didn't know to what extent. Like maybe it could have been like under the navel or close to the navel, something like that. No, it was like fucking. Right here, right.
That was the liver. The liver is right where the rib cage ends.
Yeah. So talk to me about what you can talk about your camp. You said you had a difficult camp.
Man, I mean obviously I had to. It was a damn 16-week camp. So it was just a lot on my body. It was a lot. It was hard. And then just, like I said, I wasn't really at full disclosure to really talk about it, but
right. I got you.
It was a tough camp, man. It was tough, but I made it through, and
made the weight.
Only thing I can really say is that I was for sure not 100% in that fight.
Wow.
By far. Like I was probably 40-50% max. And still performed how I performed. So that's why I was proud of myself now. And I had that certain, disposition when I was talking in the post-fight interview. I was happy because I was like, man, I'm fucking proud of myself, dude. Like I worked for this. Like nobody can't tell me shit. Like I went through the storm during my training camp. I went through the storm the day before the fight. And for me to have really won that fight by knockout in the fourth, and they took it from me, but for me to still have done what I done and overcame the adversity that I went through, I was like, yeah, man, I'm gonna pat myself on the back on this one. I don't care what nobody say.
Yeah, hell yeah, man, you did a good job. He didn't have a plan B. When you backed him up, I knew, first of all, in your opinion, how strong was he?
No, I knew I was stronger than him. Like once we started really kind of, like I peeped what he was trying to do real quick. Like it only took me about 1 or 2 rounds to figure him out. I just the major problem that I had was that my leg, like my calves in particular, were hurting very bad. Like I mean bad. Anybody who knows me knows I am a mover. I can move and dance on your ass all day. Like I said, Soul Train vibes. A lot of people was like, they were asking me how come I wasn't moving as much as I normally do. That was the main question I got after the fight. Bro, you usually be moving like a lot more. You wasn't really moving. You didn't really you wasn't really, as agile. And that's just really why. I mean, I don't like to make excuses, so I didn't. That's why, like I said, I didn't want to really speak on it too much, but. Yeah, I was just hurt pretty bad before the fight, so I just I had to push through, and I had to do what I had to do. I mean, we got the job done.
Yeah, well, you got it done, man. When you put him on the back foot, I saw no plan B. So his entire plan was to try and pressure you, corner you, and just hook off on you. But when you backed him up, I didn't see any changes at all. I said, man, this dude's cool. I mean, he's still dangerous because he threw a lot of looping shots. Still dangerous, but you ate those. He caught you twice really good, like in round, what was it round? Like 10?
Yeah, it was one. It was like one in round 9, and then it was another like a little early. It was like round 5 or 6, I believe. It was something like that.
Yeah.
It was after I knocked him down.
Yeah,
because,
yeah.
Of course, I tried to get him out right after he got up. And then, I expended a little energy. I was trying to get him out, so I was throwing them shits. And then, he, so then I took the next round after that. I took a round off. I don't know if they had the camera on me, but I was literally telling my dad that. Like, I was like, Dad, it's okay, because he was kind of like, hey, make sure you put your hands up. Blah, blah. I was like, Dad, my bad, I got you. I said I was just took a rest round. It's all right. I'm cool. I'm straight. I ain't nothing wrong with me. He ain't hurt me. Nothing. I just took a round off.
Well, you did your damn thing. So everybody wants to know what's next. Now, me and you spoke. So I want you to tell the audience, what do you want? In what order? What do you want next?
I mean, it ain't no surprise. Like I'm ready for this eliminator or a title shot or whatever the case. Like it's time, bro. Like I feel like I've solidified who my name and who I am. It's time for me to go. Nobody thinks I'm able to prevail against the big dogs and or the elite fighters or whatever, and I'm ready to prove their ass wrong because I'm not gonna lose. They're not gonna beat me. I put too much into this. I put my livelihood on the line time and time again, and I've always came out on top, and nothing's gonna change. I'm gonna continue to keep winning, and so really I hope. Like I said, I can either get. I really want Akhmadaliev. I really want Akhmadaliev, but I don't know. I know he's still trying to get this anyway fight. We'll see kind of what goes with that. I know he got Doheny, I think next week or whatever. So, I hate the fact I gotta kind of wait and see what the fuck he doing and wait on him, like whatever. It's kind of it sucks, but I don't know. Well, whether I get him, like Medaliev, or get Anyway, or whoever the case may be, I'll be ready. And then I'll really have made it a point. Like I said, I want Stephen Fulton at 26. Like when I get to 26, first name I wanted Stephen Fulton for sure. Like I'm dead set on that. Like I hope I can get that fight.
You know what, I was talking to Tay Jones, and I mentioned to him, I said, you know, it'd be dope if somehow, some way, they make Boots versus Brian Norman.
Yeah.
If you and Cool Boy could get on that undercard. It'd be ATL versus Philly. And if it's in Philly, you know I can make the drive. It's only 3 hours from me.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, that'd be freaking beautiful for you guys, man. Everybody involved, all the parties involved. You know what I mean?
No, that's actually a dope idea for sure.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, man, that you be on pay-per-view. And plus you be fighting Cool Boy in his backyard.
Yeah,
bro.
I would love it.
Bro, that's crazy. I would love for that to happen, man. That'd be really good for you. Because you know, Inouye, he was just in New York a couple of months ago, and I think he was at the Shoe fight.
Yeah, shoot fight. Yeah.
And I don't know what he was doing here.
Scouting.
I mean, but he scouted. Again, I was just saying, Marco, that September, this September, there's only like maybe 1 or 2 fights I'm like looking forward to, you know. And what is it? Who's the new even fighting?
Don Haney. See, well, that's crazy too, because I was trying to fight Don Haney like my next fight. I was trying to have him be the fight after this one, but you know, he ended up getting Anyway fight. Oh, that shit threw me way left. I was like, whoa, because he's ranked under me. So I was like, whoa, what? Like,
so he picked him. He went in the trick bag and picked him from way underneath you.
Yeah.
Now watch this. Why he just pick you? See what I mean? It's easy for people to say, "Oh, Elijah won't do it. But Inouye picked someone that's ranked lower than you. So that makes me scratch my head, like, what the F is going on?
I mean, of course, you know, everybody's gonna have their opinions and whatnot. You know, they said that Don Haney, he's a big seller out in Japan, or he has a lot of good fan base, so it's a big money fight, I guess, more lucrative. You know, and I guess I can understand somewhat the business side of trying to say, you know, I mean, obviously, for me, I feel like it's just less risk. I feel like they probably just like, oh yeah, you know, it's less risk and more money because he has a fan base in Japan, whatever. So, you know, it is what it is. But I ain't never been against earning my shot or doing whatever is necessary for me to, you know, earn the shot righteously. So, well, whoever I gotta beat, whatever I gotta do to get my opportunity is what I will continue to do, which is what I have been doing. So, like I said, that's why I'm hoping I can go ahead and get this eliminator with I guess Cardenas or Akhmadaliev or whatever, and get this title fight, man. Once he goes up, so I think this will be. I think he got one more after this, I believe. If not this one, I think he got one more, and then he's going up to 26. So I heard. So you know, we'll see. But I'll see him at 26. Like I said, I'm going up. I'm going up very soon. Like, literally, as soon as I get the title at 22, I'm going to fuck up like ASAP.
To 26.
Yep. And I mean, possibly, I don't know. I mean, it's just like I'm talking it over. We all have talking it over. My management, my team, and everything. We all trying to figure it out. So, I mean, if it has to be before I get the title, then I mean, I don't know. It is what it is. Like, we just got to see whatever's going to be the best move. But I'm definitely, you know, doing my best to put it out there, man, and you know, get these guys to accept.
So, I mean, a lot of that is you just doing what you do, and your team and your management.
Yeah.
They seem to be doing right by you.
Oh, for sure.
And what's the soonest you think you'll be back in the ring?
I don't know. I mean, as far as my manager, he was kind of saying I might be done for the year. He said I might, but at the same time, there may be an opportunity in the latter part, maybe like November, December. So we'll see. I mean, I'm open to either. Who wouldn't want to get one more payday, especially if it's a big fight like or a limited or something like that.
Yeah, don't
Yeah, like
I know you
I just had two camps back to back. I'm tired.
He's cutting out, right?
Oh, it's cutting out a little bit. Hold on. Say
Oh
that
my
one more
bad.
time,
I just
brother?
said, I had two camps back to back, so I'm tired as hell. So
Yeah.
it's good for me to get some
You know,
rest. And,
Yeah, the rest will do you well. The rest will do you well, And if you're done for the year, it's okay because we're in September as of today. You got October, November, December. You can probably get back in the ring in January. You know what I mean? So yeah, don't rush nothing. Because what you don't want is a stay busy fight, and whoever the hell it is, end up being some sort of dog that you didn't really think about. You don't want that. You know what I mean? So now's the time where you start playing a little bit of chess. It's just my opinion.
sure.
Play a little bit of chess and see what's going on.
I mean, to be honest, I really don't feel like there's nowhere else I can go but to get the big fight, the bigger or biggest fight. Like I feel like that's where I'm at now. I mean, I've beaten two veterans. Like I said, Villanueva was a 3-time world title challenger. This guy was another almost 50 fight veteran who fought a bunch of guys. Fought Mauricio Lara and Navarrete, all that. Like he fought, champions and whatnot. Like he was a real seasoned veteran. And to be honest, like I said, I really stopped him in the 4th round. Like I don't care what nobody says. Like, I stopped him in the 4th round.
You did.
And,
you did.
But
I like the Stephen Fulton fight, brother. I really like that fight, man.
No, a lot of people do, and he can, like I said, he can try to discredit it all he wants and keep trying to act like he's too big for me or whatever. But
You got a call?
Yeah, I think you probably got a call. You're probably getting a call right now. It's all good. We'll be right back. Yeah, Mark, I don't know if you saw the video. He'll be back. He ran into Stephen Fulton in Vegas.
No, when was this?
This was at the Tank and Frank Martin fight.
What happened? They started chirping?
Yeah. They got some history. That's why I was saying, if they sign the Boots versus Brian Norman Jr. fight, I would love to see Elijah versus Cool Boy on the undercard. There you go. Yeah.
Oh yeah, my bad. Somebody called me. I had to put my phone on downstairs. But yeah, as far as with Fulton, though, I mean, he can try to, keep acting like he's too big for me or whatever. But everybody really wants to see that fight, and everybody knows that I really like. That's a very good fight for us both. Like I said, dude can box, and I've never slighted him at all. I've always given him his respect. He can box very well, and he's very conditioned. But we all know that I got that equalizer, and I can put his ass. I can put his ass to sleep, and I can box just as well. And people have really rarely even seen all the ability that I do possess because of all the knockouts I do have. So, and I feel like that's why I wasn't really even tripping too much, even though it was a knockout. I wasn't tripping about it going a whole 10 just because, people got to see that I could box. And on top of that, I boxed through adversity. Like I said, I was really probably like 50% for that fight, and that's just the God honest truth.
What weight do you feel the most comfortable at? Because you started Turn Pro, I think, at lightweight, right? And I'll be honest, I've seen you a few times, and you look real gaunt. Like sometimes you look mad drained. So like, what weight do you think are you most strongest, most comfortable at?
No, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I've already been like I said in the plans to go up. Like I've already talked to my manager to promotion. I've literally kind of been like overstaying a little bit at 22 just because I'm right there. Like I'm literally right there for a title shot. So I'm trying to go ahead and grab this belt and then go up. Like that's literally been my plan for the last couple months. But you know, and I just been trying to sacrifice and everything just to, you know, go ahead and grab it. But you know, I don't know. It has to make sense though. I'm not gonna keep, you know, putting wear and tear on my body for pennies. You know, it's time for me to get what I'm deserving of. And I've shown time and time again that I'm up to the task and that I'm able to perform at a high level.
That's why I think the Stephen Fulton fight, not only does that make sense, but it's a winnable fight. And that'll be a breakout fight, especially if you get a hold of it in Philly. This is no slate. I don't got no like ill, you know, feelings towards Pool Boy. You know, but being that y'all have history, I think that fight makes absolute sense.
It does.
And, talk to your people about that.
You say are they what?
Did you speak to your management team about trying to make that fight at all?
Yeah, of course. Everybody knows at this point I want to fight Fulton. I keep addressing it every time I do an interview. I want him. He's the one that he can, like I said, he can try to act like all tough, do all that fake ass tough shit all he want. He know he don't want to fight me because he already has a lot. He has too much to lose. He's already embarrassed at the fight. In fact, anyway, beat the dog shit out of him, and he hasn't even bounced back from that yet. It took him what, like 2-3 years? I mean, how long it's been? Like, damn, almost 2 years. I feel like, or I don't know. I feel like it's been a hell of a long time. But I feel like he doesn't want to necessarily put himself at risk against a power puncher like myself, a young, hungry dude who's trying to, you know, make a name and solidify himself. So I think he know what it is. He don't really want that smoke.
Would you fight like
I got honest opinion about it.
Would you fight like a Shushu,
or is he
Shushu, or is he too green?
I mean, if the people want to see it, I think that's still a fight that's gonna come. Me and we've already talked about it because me and him, we already have a
it's cutting out.
Storyline. Like me and him, we went. I said, me and Shu, we're actually really good friends. Like we already have a storyline. Like we went 1-1 at the Olympic trials. So
wow.
Yeah, so you know, me and him fighting in the trilogy in a real fight, like that's a story. Like we already got the whole thing set up. We've already talked about it. Yeah, we're eventually going to fight. It just got to make sense and be at the right time.
I got it. Yeah. I'm still thinking about that Stephen Fulton fight, man, and I'm trying to figure out what could we do just to get him to say, all right, you know what, let's do it. You know what I mean? That's a hell of a fight, man. Cause
what else?
Because I knew he done snatch somebody that's ranked lower than you. That gives me reasonable cause to believe that Inouye don't want no smoke with you, especially since you've been vocal about, you know, fighting him. Yeah, man. So I guess we got.
Yeah, I think he froze up.
Yeah, you know, froze.
Oh, he's back.
Yeah. I don't think.
Inouye fights Tuesday, right?
Yeah, my brother 503 mentioned that today.
He fights Tuesday.
The hell is fighting on?
What
What is that?
That's that Japanese shit. I don't know, but Who's he fighting?
I don't know. I don't know who this guy is.
Yeah, me neither.
You gotta assume he's gonna get knocked out.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
I don't know who he's fighting.
Inoue is a real problem, though.
Yeah, I mean, but he's not unbeatable.
Nobody's unbeatable. Some argue that he should be number one pound for pound over Bud.
Over Bud?
Some argue that, yeah. Some people
Really?
argue.
I don't think so. You know, if he got to reach down in the rankings and look past Elijah, you got to look past Elijah. I mean, he's not trying to challenge himself. And this is another thing. If he's looking past Elijah, no one's going to hold him accountable. If he moves up to fight a heavier person that's ranked lower in the next division up. You know what I mean? And that's a game that these dudes play all the damn time. It's crazy. It's crazy. What's he gonna go? What's that 126 waiting on him? What's going on up there? I mean, this is what annoys me. Boxing really aggravates me. It really does. It's really aggravating. There's no reason. Elijah, the dude he's fighting, that I knew he's fighting, what's he ranked? What's his number? Do you know?
I think in I know in the Ring magazine they ranked him number like 10, I believe. I'm number 8 or 9. I think I'm number 8.
This is what I'm talking about. Rankings mean something when these motherfuckers want it to mean something. How is he allowed to do that?
He's fighting an Irish dude named TJ Doheny. Yeah, who is 26-4, 20 knockouts, so not bad. Ranked number, I don't know, where do you see the rankings? I have no idea.
I never heard of this guy, and I watch boxing.
Well, the problem, I agree with you, but the problem is also in those lighter weights, a lot of times, a lot of those guys just don't get as much shine.
True.
But this guy, obviously, you know.
This guy's a 503 in the building. What up? This guy, he's ranked number 10. Elijah's 8. He couldn't just say, all right, yo, Elijah, you up? He couldn't just say that. Yo, you and me, November. Couldn't say that. This is disgusting, man. I really.
But you know, Elijah fights anyway. He has to jump on that 18-hour plane ride to Japan.
Man, like I said, I'm not saying this. Somebody takes me wrong. I think about it all the time though, like, because I've heard different people say it, but I don't know if it's true. So I guess you can fact check me or whatever. But I heard, like I said, they don't test for steroids and all that shit over there, or whatever the case may be.
Bro.
And I heard, I'm just saying I've heard. I ain't saying accuse nobody of nothing. But I heard he on them shits. And I'm just
see, here we go. I don't like when American fighters go abroad to people's houses. I don't like that. And when Scooter and his camp, when they found out that this dude stacks his raps, but it's legal over there, and it's legal in like 2 or 3 states. Tape, gauze tape. You know, I said that's stacking. And then I'm watching it on ESPN, and I'm looking at it like, did the rules change? That's not right. But it's legal over there. And then when he fought Nonito, they played games with his gloves over there. So there's legitimately some shit with this guy. But again, that is just me, and I'm always talking about cheating in sport. I just want people to be healthy and stuff. But whatever. Yeah. You know, I thought Scooter, if it was a problem with him stacking, pull out the fight. But he didn't. But then, you know, people tell me, oh, the stacking or the raps is not why Scooter got knocked out. My point is, it shouldn't be there in the first. Man, whatever. I hate boxing, bro. I really do. I really do,
hey,
bro.
Man. I don't do.
It's fucking crazy. You know, but if you heard he was on the Bruce Juice. Believe it. You already know they stack their raps over there, and it's okay. You know
What? What is that again? The stack into the raps? What is that exactly?
It's the way you're not allowed. Here's what I learned. That's what I'm saying. I was looking at it. I'm like, did something change? It's supposed to be gauze first, then tape, then gauze. This motherfucker put tape first, and then the gauze, and then more tape. It was backwards. Now, from what I understand, the reason why you don't put the tape first is because when your hands sweat, it can make the gauze turn into like a cast. It's like science behind it. I'm not a scientist, but this is what I was told for years. And come to find out, that's just how they do it in Japan. And I'm like, what the hell? That's not right.
Well, that's the problem, because in America, it's the athletic state commission of whatever state you're in. They're the ones who determine the rules.
Yeah.
So in Japan, they determine their own fucking rules.
They absolutely did. They absolutely did. They did that with the stack wraps, and then again, I know exactly what they did when they need those gloves.
But I don't see how it can make it a cast when it gets wet, when it's just tape. Tape has no plaster of Paris powder in it, no dried. I don't get it.
I don't know. I just know that it's a rule and it's in the book. In I think in only 2 or 3 states in America you can stack. I know that you can't do it in a lot of states, and you can do it in Japan. Because when I wasn't even thinking about it, but then Scooters Camp caught it, and they had a whole press conference. You remember that? They had a whole press conference about that. They was like, yo, he's stacking. I said, well, and I went back to the video. I said, yeah, I knew I wasn't going crazy. So I said, well, what are they going to do? And they chose to stay and fight.
Yo, Elijah, I saw you brought out your daughter. That was dope.
Oh yeah, man.
How old is she?
She's about to be 8, 7 going on 8.
That's my daughter's turning 8 next week.
That's dope. Congratulations.
Thank you too. So was that her first time being in a fight with you?
No, man. My baby girl didn't grew up at the fights, watching my fights since she was a little baby. But that was the first time she's gone in the last 4, I think 3. No, 3. The last 3. Ever since I started fighting for overtime, she's never been. So.
What did she think? Like, what was her perspective going out, seeing all those people and all that?
No, she loved it, and I was, I had so much going on mentally that I wanted to speak on it a little bit more, but at the same time, it's fine. Like I got to talk to her personally, obviously, just like this is something me and you will have a memory forever. This is something me and you will always be able to go back and look on. For that daughter situation.
It's dope. It's a dope marketing, and I know you didn't do it for marketing, but it really grabs you, those eyeballs, that sympathy, like people really love seeing that, man. It's a great look.
It was dope too, because honestly my mom the one who surprised me with her little wolf hat. She had like a little wolf thing on, like she surprised her with that. I didn't even know about that. I was like, oh, that's cool, man. Like, so it was dope. It all came together beautiful, and I was just grateful, man. Like I said, I had my baby there, and then I got my son on the way too. My fiance, she her as well. So
congrats.
Yeah, man, I'm ecstatic. Life is beautiful. That's why I was just so. That's like I said, while I was speaking, how I was speaking on the post-fight interview, because like I said, everybody didn't understand. No, and I understand. I couldn't, like I said, speak on it, but for me to have overcome the adversity I went through during camp and for a fight, and for me to have done what I've done, I was looking at the big picture, man. I'm healed. I came out this fight. I'm okay. He's safe. I'm safe. I get to go home to my family. Like I said, I'm taking my parents and my fiance on a cruise next week. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm paying for it, like myself. It's just all this stuff, man. I'm being blessed. God is just He doing his thing, man. And I'm just happy that I'm in position to do that.
Man, that's a blessing on top of blessing, man.
Yeah, that's cool.
And my brother Daryl Alexander, he says, don't forget, Pride Fighting started in Japan, an organization known for ped use and corruption. Pride FC.
What's Pride Fighting? What's
Yeah,
that?
that's that. Yeah, I remember
That was
that.
the UFC rival in Japan. That was the
Well, I
Ultimate
thought you
Fighting
meant
Champion.
like gay people, like Pride. I'm
No.
like, wait.
Oh no! Pause.
That's what I thought for a second. I'm like, they got gay
No.
boxing in Japan? All right.
No, man. The Pride Fighting Championships was the rival to the Ultimate Fighting Championships in here, and I'm very familiar with that.
Yeah.
With that organization. It's no longer exists. In fact, Dana White bought out the contracts of the a lot of the fighters over there. Dan Henderson, Wanderlei Silva, Quentin Jackson. He bought those contracts out and they finished them up here. One thing you'll notice is that a lot of their heavy hitters over there, when they came to America and started fighting, they didn't fare so well. Started getting knocked out and all kinds of weird stuff, man. It wasn't too weird. Those guys was jacked out of their mind. Kevin Randleman looked like a bodybuilder. He was like a wrestler. And he was catching seizures. He had a car accident. Eventually, I think he had a heart attack and he passed or something.
Damn.
And that guy wasn't even, he was about maybe 40 if he was that old. And you're like, how could a guy with a physique like that, you would think he's healthy. You would think that was the furthest thing that he would like die from. But the word on the block was all of those guys was juicing. All of those guys was juicing, except I think Quentin Jackson wasn't juicing and Dan Henderson wasn't juicing, to my knowledge. And it's a bad look, but the point is that was in Japan. They're like, man, if this thing could make, if these things can make the fights more exciting, let them. We ain't gonna drug test. We don't care. You know. Yeah, Chaos for life. Yeah, he had a heart attack. He was like in his early 40s. It was sickening. But if you look at Kevin Randleman, you're like, how the hell does he die from a heart attack? How does that happen, bro? I heard he was on that juice. That's what I heard. You know, that stuff will put you in the grave, man. I don't care if you cycle off of it or abuse it. That stuff ain't no good. Crazy stuff, man. You know, but he ain't make it. Now, Sean, I wasn't judging a book by its cover. It's just that in fighting sports, I'd like to assume that everyone's playing fair, and that's just not it. So I don't like no fighter going to Japan, no American fighter going to Japan to do anything, because they're real loose with their steroids over there. They're real loose with it, you know. So a Nui, to put it bluntly, I don't trust him, especially when you're going past the number 8 guy to fight the number 10 guy. That's just weird to me. That's weird. You know, and I know he's the money guy, whatever. You know?
And I was about to say, so Elijah, who else is there that could really break you out into stardom besides Inoue? Is there anybody else?
Like I said, only one is just, I guess, Ahmed Aliyev. That's, you know, he's with Eddie Hearn. That's the only one. That's the fight. He's number 1 in WBA. I'm number 3 right now. I should go to number 2. To be honest, after this fight, winning this WBA belt, I should be number 2. So I would.
I mean, maybe that's the route, right? You chop away, you win that belt, and then you make yourself a star.
No, I mean, literally, that's been the plan. It just, like I said, it's just a lot of people. They're always, you know how people are. Oh, well, you ain't fought nobody. You ain't ever fought nobody elite. You can't even last with the elites and blah blah blah. But it's like, I've called these guys out several times, and everybody knows that. Drew especially know I didn't call out fucking everybody multiple times. Multiple times. So I can't. Nobody can see. Yeah, like they gotta accept it. And everybody know Ahmed Aliyev. He's literally been trying to hold out for Inoue. He wants that payday bad. So and he knows fighting me is a risk too, for sure. So you know.
Yeah, and that's, I was gonna say, sorry to cut you off, Drew. You are a risk, right? And that unfortunately might be working against you because they don't want to fuck with you.
It's always have my whole career. It's always have. Ever since I got those 2 losses, and I've been working my way back. That's what made my career so hard. That's
Why?
what took
Why are
me
you
so
saying?
long.
Why do the 2 losses make it more of a risk? What do you mean?
It's crazy. And that sounds fucking crazy, right? That sounds actually crazy. Like, wow, 2 losses. You would think people would be more willing to fight me. No, it's made it that much harder.
You know what?
Harder.
I get it, because if you're
I get it.
undefeated, they're like, "Oh, I'm fighting this undefeated dude." But if you have a loss, they don't want to lose to somebody who's lost.
There
Right?
you go.
Yeah.
Boom.
That's it. How hard would it be? Is it difficult trying to work with like cross promotions? Like you guys got to get in touch with Matchroom, Eddie Hearn, and thing. Is that difficult?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, as far as my knowledge, I'm not all the way sure, because I know my management, they do a fucking great job. But as far as like, I don't really get to talk about all the specifics with them about it, what's going on. They just kind of let me know what's going on. Okay, yeah, we did this. We tried to reach out. You know, we do, and they just, you know, they kind of just give me the gist of everything. You know, it's not like I'm literally getting to sit there in the rooms and understand 1, 2, and 3 and about, you know. So.
Okay. I would make a recommendation to maybe try and sit in on a meeting so you could hear it. You know, just see how that works out. You know what I'm saying? Because you know the cross promotion type of thing. You know, if it makes dollars, it makes sense. The Eddie Hearn, if he has a hold of a guy that he's trying to market, absolutely not. He's putting him in the ring with you. You know what I mean? He's protecting his assets, man. Robert says the Casemiro fight. Said he likes that fight. You like that fight?
I got offered that fight, and I was definitely going to take it, but at the same time, what I was told by management was that they were it was a little like skeptical as far as the term demand type of situation. So like we told, I know I told them I was open to do it, but we have to find a mutual ground to do it on. We're not just gonna give in and just let y'all just run it however y'all want to run it. That's not we're not doing that. So.
Elijah, you living in Vegas now?
No, I'm in Atlanta.
And you grew up in Georgia, right?
Yeah, in Georgia and Oklahoma City. That's why I was born in Oklahoma City.
Oh, so but like, where'd you go to high school?
Both Oklahoma City and in Georgia.
Back and forth.
I graduated. Yeah, I was back and forth. My whole, ever since 7 years old, I've been back and forth.
Okay. So when you want to get good sparring now, where you go?
Yeah.
What do you do?
Yeah, now we just made it a point to where we're gonna start going to Vegas. So I went to Vegas this camp for San Martin and got some work. So a lot of great guys.
Did you move around anybody you could talk about? Somebody we'd know?
Yeah. I mean, I was in camp with what's Carl James Martin, Joseph Macedo, Max Ornelas, and it's another guy. I think he's like Ecuadorian or something like that. But he was pretty good too. But yeah, man, it was some great work though with those guys. It was a lot of good guys.
You ever move around with Kevin Johnson?
No. We cool though. Me and Kevin.
He's a cool dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, you and him are notorious for whooping people's asses and sparring.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He's the one who sparred with Tank too. Yeah. Okay.
He sparred with everybody. And there's video of it too. He's Tank, Haney. I mean.
Haney, yeah. I about to say Haney too.
Yeah.
No, Kevin, yeah, he nice.
Yeah, he can fight. But him too. He has a loss. He might have 2. I forget, 1 or 2 at least.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem, man. Like Floyd really fucked it up. Fuck the game up. And if you have 1 loss, if you don't have that and it's so
They
stupid.
look at you strange. They do.
They look. I mean, it's just that I get it. Like I just the more I'm in, I get wiser and older in my career, I just understand it. They just changed the formatting of boxing. That's all. It's now the casual fan has more importance to the game more than they used to. Now it used to be more of a traditional sense of how things were done and how people related and looked at the game, and now they made it more of a skeptical thing. So now people, because they can make more money with it.
That's the internet, because now everybody has a voice, so we hear everything.
Exactly.
And like boxing is probably one of the biggest. Like, I don't know if other sports are like this as much, but people get criticized so heavily in boxing. It's insane, and by most people who never even have done it. You know what I'm saying? And they just, this guy's garbage, this guy's crap. It's like, I feel like they don't respect the athletes in boxing as much as they respect.
You see, on my platform, I always tell my audience, people have to qualify to have a conversation with you about boxing. Because when they start talking about someone's old, you know what I say to them? I'm like, well, what's Bernard Hopkins' record? And they'll say, he got some losses. Number one, that don't make him trash as a fighter. Number two, he lost his first pro fight?
Yeah, his very first one, I believe. Yep.
And now he's a Hall of Fame fighter. So what are we doing here? This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. That's why, man, there's a lot of things you got to ignore, and I agree with what you said, Elijah. I mean, look, I'm going to go ahead and say it. And I'm going to run with it. I don't care. The knew he ducked you.
Oh, shit.
He ducked you. You ranked 8. He went and grabbed the number 10 guy. No one cares. And he's fighting him on a motherfucking Tuesday. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. You fight him Tuesday in Tokyo. Tokyo Tuesdays. Fighting Tokyo Tuesday, Inouye's fighting some guy we never heard of. Fuck out of here.
So what are the chances that after Inoue gets his knockout, which is probably going to happen, you're next?
I think it's probably slim. I do, because they're still having negotiations with Goodman and Akmadaliev too. So it's either going to be one of those two. Lastly, I believe, and then they talking about Junto Nakatani at 118. So I mean, now I am in the mix. I am in the conversation. I know that, but I doubt it'll be me though.
What do you walk around at if you're at liberty to tell us? We'll wait.
Bro, honestly, it fluctuates. To be honest, it kind of goes to what I'm kind of going through at that current time, and what I'm like. If I'm in training, like I'm kind of like, all right, I'm in a mode to where I'm trying to like work out a lot and just stay on it. You feel me? It'd probably be like 40s, like high 40s, like high 40s.
Damn. So you're dropping 20 plus pounds. And how tall are you?
About 5'8", about 5'8", 5'9".
No, Sam, man, I saw you a couple times being interviewed, and like you look mad thin, like in your face, and that doesn't affect your strength at all.
It hasn't before. I mean, like I said, I was knocking. I've been knocking them out. So,
would you agree that fighters know, which is why they don't do certain things and they do certain things? You agree?
Say it again.
Would you agree that fighters know what they're looking at, which is why they do certain things and don't do certain things? Because I'm making a point here.
Yeah, for sure.
He's fighting a guy. Inouye's fighting a guy that's ranked beneath you. There's no reason why he couldn't pick up the phone and called you. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you what messed him up. The tank sparring. He saw that. He won't fuck with you.
I don't think a lot of people do. I mean, like I said, people can criticize. They can say whatever they want to say, man. Like, end of the day, I'm no easy fight for nobody. Especially ain't no damn one for you. I'm no easy win for nobody. And they know if they fight me, they have a big risk on their hands, regardless. So, like I said, they can try to downplay and say, "Oh, I ain't this, I ain't nobody, I ain't whatever." They know I can fucking fight though. They know I am going to fight when we step in there. So
which is why he's fighting some motherfucker we never heard of on a goddamn Tuesday.
Who is 37 years old, by the way.
37 years old.
Yeah, because I mean, when we was trying to fight him, because we was like, okay, that'll be a good fight to kind of catapult me, get some more, put me in that more like. And that's why when I heard it, I was like, wait, what? He get a fucking shot? For real? That shit threw me so left. I was like, whoa.
That's
You
been
bigger
happening.
than Nui too, right? You bigger than him, right?
Yeah.
How tall is Nui?
5'5".
5'6", maybe tops. Anyway, started at what? 115? What did he start at?
I think like 108.
108? God damn.
Yeah, something like that. I think it was like 108, I think.
108? How old was he when he started? Is he like a kid?
No.
I don't know. I think
Pacquiao.
so. I think so, though. I'm pretty sure he was.
Pacquiao started at 108 and he was 18.
Yeah, like they try to compare. I know they compare. I just remember I seen someone they kind of compared to an extent.
Yeah, but and Pacquiao's about the same thing. He's about 5'5". That's why people kept accusing him of juicing, because he went up at a 5'5" frame, literally went up 40 to 50 pounds.
Yeah,
it's a lot of weight.
For real.
And magically, when people started exercising OSDT, his knockout stopped. Shocker. So as soon as you bring Alan Quartermain,
and then on top of that, this is just like I said, I'm just putting two and two together. My homeboy, he just fought in Japan, and he told me too. He just told me he was like, it was the kid who fought Floyd in one of the exhibitions. He told me that dude hits hard, like he never been hit like that ever.
Wait, who hit him?
Hard.
Who hit him?
The kid. Damn man, it's a little kid from Japan. He's
the one who fought Foyer. He's like a kickboxer.
Yeah.
And what did he say?
My boy fought him, and he said that dude hits like hard, like he never been hit like that before.
Oh, the Asian kid hits hard?
Yeah. And what made me side eyes, because he sparred with me. I'm way bigger than my homeboy. My homeboy fought at 118, but I'm a big 22. I'm way bigger than my homeboy. And like you feel me? Like I didn't practice with some hard shots, so he didn't tell me I hit hard. So when he was like, that was the hardest I ever been hit, that just kind of had me kind of like, oh the fuck up. Like, so he's telling me a little 4'4" Asian dude, like he cracking like that, like that.
Those guys are juicing, man. Those guys are juicing.
I ain't see. Hey, I'm just
listen. The legend of Alan Quartermain is if you remove him off the continent of Africa, you can kill him. But you can't kill him on Africa. They have some sort of magic on him.
That's what I was about to say. If he's juicing, you got to deal with that, because he's not fighting unless it's in Japan.
Yeah, you got to go over there and box his face in, because he's not coming in here. Because I'm telling you, the moment Inoue comes to America and fights anybody, he's going to get knocked out. It's going to happen.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, people have my whole thing with it is, of course, I want it to be an even playing field. All that shit, whatever. Like, but I don't know. It's just for me, man. I got an old school mentality to an extent. I'm like, motherfuckers, they gas him so much. And I'm not saying that he's not, he hasn't earned what he's been given and stuff. Like, I'll take nothing away from him. He's a great fighter, everything. Like, so I give respect when he do. But I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't care what you do. I got natural steroids in my fucking hands. So, end of the day, like, we're gonna fight, bro. Like, I'm not worried about it. I'm really not. And like I said, people gonna see. Like I said, I've been slept on so much. Everybody always feels like I never can measure up in whatever I do. So that's fine. And keep sleeping. I will be the one to. If nobody else does it before me, I guarantee I will be the one to beat that dude.
I hope you get the shot, man. I really do.
I really do. I hope you do get the shot, man, because the walls are closing in. He gotta make a move. And if he take his ass up to 126, I know, without seeing you, I know something. But that's okay. Get on this bumper, because you know what? He can be all that quiet, you know, stuff. But this is the point where this is the part where you introduce him to what we do here in America. You gotta, you know, closed mouths don't get fed.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? You've been silent. You did what you have to. You did what you had to do. Here's the fact: he's choosing to fight some guy that's ranked underneath you. That's unacceptable. So if you can't get the Stephen Fulton fight, you need to jump in his shit without hesitation.
What about Elijah? What about going to 30?
No, I'm not against that too. That's a part of the talks too. With my team and management, we're gonna devise the best plan of action to see what needs to happen. Like whatever is gonna benefit wherever big fights. Cause that's my whole thing. My whole thing is to get a belt. As soon as I get a belt, I want the biggest fucking fights possible. I'm not even caring really too much about the title anymore. I just want to solidify myself as a world champion. I want to be in history books. Once I do that, get my one world title. Then now what comes after that? Okay, cool. If I can become undisputed and all that and great things, absolutely. You know I'm gonna push to do that, of course. But that's not gonna be my main priority. My main priority is gonna be to fight the best fighters possible and get the biggest fights and make the most money, you know, and just do what I gotta do. Provide for my family.
Man, well, you know what type of time I'm on, man. You already know what type of time I'm on.
I fear no man. I say that with all pure and honest intent. I fear no man. I don't give a fuck who y'all. They say in a way, all them guys they can kiss ass and say, "Oh, he this." That. I don't care. I really don't.
Nah,
He
I feel you.
bleed just like me. He piss shit and everything else just like me. I am not worried about none of these dudes.
Yeah, people don't realize that when you're a fighter, like it's nothing you haven't seen before. You know what I'm saying? Nothing goes in front of you where it's like, well, that's like an extraterrestrial. Like you've seen all of it.
Yeah, like, and then at that, it's just like, I get people try to say he's a generational talent and this and that and third and whatever.
Blah, blah.
Yeah, man.
I mean,
I'm not worried about it. I'm not. Because it's just hard for me to accept, like, I'm a man at the end of the day first. So you're not going to tell me another man is going to destroy me and all that shit and think, like, especially one who is fucking 5'4", like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Like, physics at the same time, they do have an effect too. I'm strong just like him, fast just like him. I got good footwork. I can punch just like him. Like I said, our knockout ratios are similar. Like it's going to be a great fight if it happens, and I pray that it does happen. I'm doing my best to make sure it does happen, and just that's that. Nobody has to be disrespected in the equation.
Right. Is Inoue southpaw? No, right?
No, he's right-handed.
So that's another reason why people might be thinking twice about you. Nobody wants to fight a fucking southpaw.
No.
With skills, you know.
Especially not. Well, I guess people gonna see. Man, I'm only learning and getting better each and every fight. That's why I was cool. I was cool with it being 10 rounds and went the whole distance. I'm learning, man. Like I'm really becoming a student in this shit. Like every fight I'm taking, and that's like I said, I'm gonna keep pinpointing that I went through adversity. I was not 100%, and that's just the God honest truth. I wasn't, and I still did what I did, and I'm proud of myself for being able to achieve that. What was wrong? Like I said, bro, I was fucked up. I just leave it at that. I was fucked up, man.
Yeah. I take it.
Matter of fact, Drew, you can talk to Tay about it whenever you have some time. Talk to Tay. He know.
Yeah, we did. We spoke briefly.
Oh, okay.
We spoke briefly. You know what I mean? But you pulled through, man. You persevered, and I didn't know your calves was hurting. That's some other shit.
Dude, I'm not exaggerating. Like my shit was hurting.
Damn, bro.
Like you were getting cramps.
No, like it felt like my calves were so fucking sore. Like it felt like I had like 10-pound weights on my legs tied to my legs.
What happened? What made what injured them?
Shit, it happened in camp. And like it was both of them. As I'm saying, the whole time that's like that's why everybody was wondering why come I wasn't moving as much as I normally do. Like, cause I'm normally like I dance basically when I fight. Like I move a lot, and I wasn't really moving as much. You know, I was just taking small angles, and I still, you know, I just had to push. I was just the whole fight, man. I had a grit. I had to bite down the whole fight. But nobody knew. Nobody could really tell, and that was another thing. Like I said, it made me proud.
That's the shit. No one could tell. No one could tell. And dude showed up, and like I said, dude was no pushover. He was a quality guy.
Yeah,
he's a quality guy, man. And you showed that he didn't have a second gear. He didn't have a second gear. Once you put him on the back foot, I said, nope, this guy ain't got nothing. He ain't got nothing, man. And I was so mad. If you just saw me screaming about that fourth round, bro.
Yeah.
Man, I was like, motherfucker, what the fuck? I was beefing. Like,
I only saw a clip of it. So he goes down, and the referee just stops the fight for a second, lets him recover, and then resumes the fight. Is that what happened?
Yes, literally.
How long was he on the floor for?
Like fucking 20 seconds.
Yo, it was a body shot, right?
Now, I saw the shot land, and then I saw the guy go down, and the ref was just standing there kind of looking confused. Not counting.
He didn't even ask him, do you want 5 minutes? He didn't warn you. He didn't say, yo, I'm going to take a point this time, or he didn't take a point. It's just like, all right, just sit there. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, like, I ain't gonna lie. That's what made it so weird. Like, he didn't direct anything. He didn't give me no warning. He didn't say anything. He just was like, no, that was low. That was low.
Did your opponent go down and say that was low?
No. The ref.
When I saw the fight, in real time, it looked like a clean shot. It didn't look any. That's why I'm like, why? What made the ref even think that?
I don't know.
He comes from the Tim Donaghy School of Refereeing, I guess. Disgusting behavior. I was like, what are we doing here? We don't count knockdowns anymore? And he just laid there. He looked up, looked around, looked up. 25 seconds.
Dude was hurt. I mean, you can leave. I'll watch the fight about 3-4 times now. I look at his face. He was done. That shit was wrapped.
That was like Usyk versus Dubois.
If he would have been counting, he was not getting the fuck up.
Yeah, that was like Usyk versus Dubois. Usyk was done.
Yeah, he got away with it. I don't like that, man. What was that ref's name?
I don't even know. I just know that he's a part of overtime. Like I've had him for my fights. The last three fights of overtime, I've had him each time.
You know what I heard?
I might not have had him the first time, but I know I had him the last one for sure. When I got dropped and then came back and stopped him.
Yeah.
I know he was there on that one. And like I said, I didn't have no problems with him. But
Floyd Mayweather's last fight. In mid-fight, he threw out a ref and...
Oh, you didn't see it, Drew?
Yeah.
I didn't see that. That happened?
Yo, no, okay. I will admit, though, the ref was calling some bullshit. He was saying because he would throw a punch and Gotti would go down and then the punch would end up landing on the back of his head. And we all know that if you duck into it, it's not your fault. And the ref was warning Floyd for hitting behind the head, which it clearly wasn't. And then ref did some pimp shit. That was some G shit. He goes, you know what? Next. And then another ref jumps in like it's a video game. And then they just keep that was kind of dope. It was fucked, but it's an exhibition, so it's like there's no rules.
Yeah.
Can you do that?
In an exhibition, it doesn't matter.
That man Floyd funny, bro.
You know that?
I mean, in that fight, like I don't know what you guys feel about Floyd fighting these fights, but I don't like them. I think they're goofy as shit.
Switch refs in the middle of the fight. But I'm asking because can you do that on a professional level? Because that right there,
no,
I was annoyed.
No, because in a professional level, especially in a high level fight, you're negotiating everything, including the ref. Like both sides have to agree on the ref. You can't just throw one out and bring one back in.
Why not?
Because it's negotiated, unless there's something in the negotiations. That's the thing with boxing.
Yeah, it's contracted.
Everything is subjectively different because each fight is negotiated differently. So if you actually negotiate that, like, yo, all right, we're gonna have 2 refs, one on standby, then maybe, but nobody ever fucking agrees to
What
that.
if a ref have a heart attack or something, like a medical event?
That's never happened. I don't think.
I mean, you remember watching baseball? Remember that umpire caught a heart attack on live TV and fell on his face and he died?
I mean,
During the Yankee game,
I think the ref that stopped the Rolly Barroso fight probably was having a heart attack, but we just didn't know for sure. Because what the fuck was he doing? How are you gonna stop the fight when the dude wasn't even throwing a punch and he's like, no.
Who was that? Tony Weeks?
That was Weeks, and he's an experienced ref too. That was shocking.
Can I ask you a question? It's 2024. Why that brother still got a flat top and the part in the side of his head? Like it's I mean, really?
Yeah.
Man, that's fucked up, man.
Yeah, he's had that flat top forever.
He had that flat top since I don't know, 89. Him and Big Daddy Kane.
Dude, got the juice.
Popping and locking and all of that stuff.
Well, flat
Crazy
tops are
stuff.
kind of coming back, so.
Not me.
I mean, not me either, but not by choice.
Shit.
It's just but like Tony Weeks after that fight too. If you look, he made no eye contact. Like his face looked so guilty, guilty. Like,
Yeah,
what are you
this
doing?
is all bad.
That might be the worst stoppage you've ever seen because it was completely baseless. There's nothing that is supporting for him to stop that fight. Nothing was happening.
I hate boxing, y'all. So you know what? I think here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go on a campaign. We're gonna have to talk shit about a newie like daily. I mean, we're gonna have to go to like Japanese channels. Can we even do that over here? And like be like, yo, just start putting your name everywhere. It's like, yo, fight him, stop it.
That's the problem. Like, if Elijah wants to start being a clown and going on social media and doing goofy shit, maybe it would work. But not everybody wants to do that corny shit, you know?
Yeah, and you know, the Japanese people, to be honest.
Man, it took me so long to really, that's what I'm saying. That's why it took me forever to even post the Tank video and all that shit. Bro, I don't fuck with all that shit. Like, but I had a talk with a lot of content creators and guys who are big with followers in boxing and all that shit. They said, bro, you gotta pop it. You gotta.
That's okay because that's showing your skills. Like, look, there is usually like a kind of a quiet, don't post sparring thing sometimes, but you're showing your skills. That's good. I'm talking about when guys go out and they'll show up and slap somebody at a restaurant and start doing all kinds of
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, but
I mean, Shannon was trolling Vladimir.
But he's the OG.
Funny.
He's OG.
Yeah. That was funny though.
Yeah, that shit was funny as fuck though. Yeah, let's go.
When Vladimir fell off that damn surfboard in the water, that was funny. Bro, that was funny. I was like, damn it, that was funny. That was funny. He never got the fight though, man. But you know what though? There's a way to do it and still be tasteful.
Absolutely.
Just point out the facts. Pull up the rankings and say this is who he's fighting, and this is me. Why did he do that? And then do it while hitting that bag. Why did he do that? Have him explain why he did that. I'm right here. Is it because he's smaller than me? Is it because he can't knock me out? Is it because they like to stack raps in Japan? What is it? Do y'all guys cheat? You can say that because it's all alleged. You're asking the question. Word. Is it because you want the smoke?
And it sucks that's what boxing has kind of resulted to, where you gotta do all that shit to just get a fight to get what you deserve. It sucks.
I'm gonna tell you what's bad. It's bad because now the promoters expect you to market yourself, which is why Bob Arum got mad at Bud. He said the amount of money I lost on Bud, I could have bought a house in Beverly Hills. He's supposed to be promoting Bud.
Yeah.
This social media, they expect you guys to promote yourself, I guess. I mean, it can get you to get
I had to learn, man. I got schooled on that shit. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's a way you can do it, but be tasteful about it. You don't have to point, because we don't know if he's dirty or not. We do know he stacks his raps, and that there's a bit of, you can ask questions to trigger thought, but there's an element of truth behind what you're saying. Like, as far as him stacking the raps, be like, yo, stack raps or not, I'll come there and whoop your ass. You can say that, you know.
Yeah. And
but asking if they're juicing, legend. You know what I mean? You know, so make him want that fight. He done came to New York. What he came to New York for? To see Shushu in person, and then when Shushu wins, I think there was like a stare down or something, and he got up and he left.
So he might have his laser scope on Shushu.
I mean, no disrespect to Shushu, but I mean, come on. Shushu, look, he's fighting a guy that's ranked underneath you. That doesn't make any sense to me. And he could have called you before he called that guy. Come on, man. This is crazy. This is disgusting behavior right here. Nah, we got to make this fight, bro. I'm about to get on my game, bro. I'm gonna do it tastefully too. I'm about to get on my game. Don't worry, Elijah. I got you. We ain't gotta troll. We ain't gotta be like on no.
Yeah, like I've never been on that with nobody, which is the crazy part, that even though I went about it the way that I have, I've still gotten so much negativity that shit be funny to me.
Well, the problem is
from Tank and from Fulton. Like I said, even from Fulton, really the reason I'm on him so heavy is because, like I said, I feel like he straight up disrespecting me, because if anybody's seen the original interview I did with Ellie Seckback, I showed the dude love. I was like, bro, yeah, Steve Fulton's a great fighter. I have nothing to say for him. All that, and then nigga gonna get mad. Oh, bro, don't put my name and talk about.
Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah,
all that gay ass shit. And I'm like, bro, he asked me a question about you. He said, "How would you fare against anyway?" I just told the truth. I think you would get your ass knocked out again, honestly. And that's it. I don't think he does well with power punches. He asked me how I would do it anyway. I said, I'll anyway gonna respect me. He ain't finna walk me down. I know that for damn sure.
Some fighters get really bent at, like Roy Jones told me, which this blew my mind, that Errol Spence refused. This is before he fought Terrence Crawford. Errol Spence, they bumped into each other, and Errol refused to shake Roy's hand because Roy had somewhere chosen Terrence to win when they meet. I'm like, what? He didn't say it disrespectfully.
Yeah,
that's crazy to me. For a fighter to take it that personally is wild to me.
Wait, hold on, Marco. Roy can't get mad at that. Roy was about to punch Fat Joe in the face for a bar in a song.
They were friends. They were friends, though. I get that part.
That's fucked up.
See,
you hear Joe tell the story. Joe tell you he was nervous.
I feel like they were friends. I kind of get that, but Roy doesn't know Terrence or Errol one better than the other. He's just, you know what I'm saying? He's met them and that's it. But yeah, I mean, that is a good point, sort of. But I think since they were friends, it makes it different.
Oh man, that was bad. When I had Joe tell the story, it was funny. When he told the story, it was funny. I'm like, damn, bro, that's messed up. But I mean, look, I guess some people are sensitive.
Joe was horrified too.
Yeah, he was. Joe tell you, he's like, Joe say, I was nervous. I mean, that's Roy.
And you have to understand too, like, that's Roy's first real loss ever, and the way he lost, and you got to be a little more fucking tactful the way you say shit to somebody supposed to be your boy.
It's hip hop, man. It's a bar. He said even Roy Jones was forced to lean back.
I hated that bar. That still hurts my soul.
Yeah, that was woo-wee. That was crazy. My God, but see, if you got a problem with it, you see, Scooter talking to another fighter. If you don't like what Elijah said, do something.
That's all I was saying. I did it very politely. Like I didn't try to even do all the clout chase, whatever. I seen we walked past each other at the fight. I mean at the weigh-ins, I think it was the weigh-ins, whatever. We walked past each other. He seen me, but he tried to act like he didn't know it was me. And then so I seen him doing an interview with Fight Hype. I walked to him by my damn self. And I waited I was literally right behind the camera. And I was just sitting there, just waiting for him to finish. I wasn't going to interrupt his interview and do all that ignorant shit. I was going to have a private conversation with him off to the side. Hey, bro, what's up? Like, why you doing all disrespectful, blah, blah, because he called me trash and all this other shit. I'm like, bro, I ain't even, you feel me? You weren't even on this type of time. I was going to have a private discussion with him. He the one that said, oh, come here. So then we took it to the camera. I didn't even get ignorant. I didn't start cussing at him. Oh, nigga, what's up? All I said was, bro, are we gonna fight? Let's fight. I want to fight you. Oh, y'all heard this nigga? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, trying to, side swipe it or whatever. And I kept saying it. And they asked me, they said, what do you think happens if y'all two fight? I said, I will knock him out.
Yeah.
Like, to his face.
You're supposed to stand on it. Yeah.
I don't gotta get ignorant to get my point across. I don't gotta
absolutely.
Oh, beat your ass.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. So then people was kind of he punked you and all that.
Nah.
I was like, what?
Nah.
Like,
what were they saying, man?
Okay, I was like, all right, well, I get it. People want a clown show. I ain't Bobo. I ain't on that type shit. Like, relax. Like, I'm a man first. I told the dude I want to fight, but since he took it the way that he took it and kept disrespecting me, now like you gonna see me. So every time I see him from now on, and until we fight, I'm on his fucking top, and I'm gonna talk shit about him every time I get a chance. Now.
You thought about pulling up his next fight?
Bro, whatever it got, I want that fight. Like I said, if I'm trying to get this title at 22. If I can't get the title at 22 or whatever we decide to do, whatever we go up to 26, I want Stephen Fulton. Point blank. Period. I'm gonna knock him the fuck out.
He got some work lined up. Did you think about pulling up to his next event?
Oh yeah, well Castro or whatever. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I kind of, I got a lot going on. Obviously I got my baby on the way.
Yeah.
So, we'll see. But
right.
End of the day, like I said, he know what it is. He knows what's up. And he even, on a different post, people kept picking it up because a lot of people want to see the fight. They really want to see the fight, just like y'all. And he's like, "Oh, bro, really? You really even reporting on this? Blah blah blah." And I was just like, "Oh, you scared? What you scared?" I said, "I'm gonna see you soon." And I sent him like a winky face. And then he was like, "Bro, I'm a goddamn next time I see you, bro, I'm gonna suck the shit at you and do all that. Like I'm gonna put hands on you and boo boo." And I'm like, see, that tells me right there, you pussy, you scared. You do not want to see me in no ring. If you gotta resort to real deal violence in real life, bro, like talking about you gonna threaten me, you is not gonna goddamn do nothing to me.
Wait. Did y'all in the chat? Y'all heard what the brother just said? Now, what did I say about Tank Davis and Devin? He's pulling up on Devin in public. Nothing happened. But when Turk Al-Sheikh said I had 50 mil for y'all to fight, what did Tank do? He didn't fight. You see what I mean? You see? Now, y'all don't like to talk about Tank? Let's not talk about Tank. When Shakur pressed Loma and said, when you gonna fight me in the ring? Loma said, I'll fight you outside. He ain't mean that.
He didn't even say outside. He said right here, no gloves, right?
But okay, so you want to fight him for free, but you don't want to make at least 10 million fighting him in the ring?
He was pissed.
Like, come on, man. Like, y'all, people can't be falling for that bogus, bro. Like, get the fuck on. Get on.
So it's safe to say that Loma ain't want to fight. Just like I said, Tank ain't want to fight. So now you're hearing it. Scooter talking about he want to put hands on Elijah in real life, and why do that when y'all brothers can make money in the ring? What are we doing here? What are we talking about? It's called prize fighting, right?
No.
What are we doing here?
Man, dude. I was saying a lot of these dudes be divas too, dude. They be fucking straight up divas.
Oh yeah, I know. Oh, I know. They ain't even divas. They chicks with dicks.
Oh shit.
I lost a lot of respect for a lot of dudes this year, bro. Oh my God. This year, a lot of people done showed their ass. In boxing and outside of boxing and in my personal life, got me looking at people like, yo, what the? You on that? Wow. Wow. A lot of people done showed their ass, but I'm cool. I'm cool. I mean, boxing is supposed to be like a fraternity. You can have like a standoff, you know, I don't like the guy completely, but he is a family man. I don't like him because we in the same division. We both doing the same thing, but busting each other up in the street, nobody gets paid. You might not get paid. He might not get paid. You want to do it in the ring and get paid.
That's all ego shit.
Yeah, man. Cut it out.
Like I said, it was all corny. Shit corny, but you know,
Well, you know what, you're getting to them, so that's good.
Yeah. And listen, y'all. This is no shade to Scooter. This is no shade. I just want to see the fight. I just want to see the fight. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no shade. But if you got a problem with another professional and y'all are in or around the same weight class, fight it out.
Let's handle it. Exactly. I don't get like that's just common sense. Come on, man.
All sense ain't common, man. But I ain't gonna hold you no more, brother. I know you got your family to get back to, man.
Yeah, I literally was just about to say, yeah, man, my family here. You know, I'm getting ready to head off, but I enjoy. You know, I always enjoy coming on, man, and you know, talking to y'all, and you know, salute to the LDBC. You know what's going on, man. Like I said, we did it again. The hunt continues. You know, I appreciate all y'all support. Like I said, I'm looking to possibly get in the ring one more time. If not, it's okay. Like I said, we'll get ready for next year. I'm blessed, man. I'm thankful for everything, and like I said, I'm pushing. The hunt continues. I'm gonna get that fucking title, best believe, and I'm gonna get the shot against the top elite fighters that they say I can't beat, and I'm gonna beat them. And when I do beat them, I'm gonna laugh and sit here with a smile. Throw it up.
Yo, salute Young King, man. I holler at you. What's up?
All right, y'all.
All right, good brother. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the Wolf, Elijah Pierce, man.
Elijah.
And I want what's good for my little bro. And again, this is no shade to Scooter, but they are around the same division. They have some friction, and I want to see both of them get paid and you know, no street stuff. Get in the ring, work it out.
He's a good kid, man. I like him.
Yeah, he's a real good kid, man. He's a real good kid, man.
For real, yeah, like real, like classy dude, great fighter. Those are the kind of people you want to see succeed in the sport.
Yeah, absolutely. He's paid his dues. He's still paying his dues, and I want to see him touch those M's, man. He deserves it. Yeah, YouTube. Yeah, rewind the live stream. He talks about his performance, and you know, he explains it. But yeah, man, that was great, man. I'm glad. We were supposed to talk about the heavyweights. While we was talking, I was switching the title of the show.
Yo, I saw you went out. You had an LDBC thing, right? You posting pictures. You went to Atlanta. Where'd you go?
Yep. Matter of fact, where the event was right next door to the hotel where we were, where the event was being held. Man,
you were in Atlanta?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was down there for about 4 days.
Never been there before?
Huh?
Have you ever been to Atlanta before?
Oh yeah.
I've never been. You like it?
I mean, half of New Yorkers, they have something called Bronx Day, for fuck's sake, down there.
Oh, it's a lot of New Yorkers down there?
Bro, listen. Half the cats I went to high school with or played against them on football or whatever, they all down there. They're all down there, you know what I mean?
I didn't know that.
Yes, you know, Atlanta's like, you know.
Yeah, I saw Deontay pulled up to the LDBC thing.
Yeah, Deontay pulled up. That was fun. You know what I mean? Bill was supposed to put up, but they had some business to take care of. You know, he gave us a FaceTime, whatever.
Haney?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and you know, everybody was man,
BF?
it was
BF was
yeah,
it?
BF couldn't make it. He had some business, but So yeah, of course, 78 was there. My brother's usual suspects was there. Everybody, a lot of people showed up. A lot of people showed up, man. We showed up. We showed out, man. It was. I love associating because this is called social media. You didn't get on social media to make enemies.
So what did you do? You guys it was like one night where you all chilled, or what was it exactly?
No, people we got down there like at different times, like different. We had it was a meet and greet, and we had a luncheon, and we had a barbecue, and we played some basketball out there, man. It was fun. Young Abel Mojave got a game on him, bro. He could play, man. Man, it was great, man. It was great. And then Deontay pulled up, man. Oh man, it was beautiful, man. It was beautiful. Cool. Shout out to Bomb Squad, my brother Willie Lowe, and oh man, listen.
What Deontay say about his future in boxing? Anything?
You know what's crazy? That ain't the first time we've like been around Deontay like that. And normally we get around, we don't even talk about boxing. That's the craziest thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, matter of fact, we might have talked about boxing for like 5 minutes? Because we all coming from different places of the states. And our fella came through. He came from Canada. That was dope. You know what I mean? And it's like boxing wasn't even on our mind like that. You know what I mean? We were just hanging out, man. It was like beautiful, man. Like,
so he didn't really talk about anything then.
Yeah, he didn't talk about anything. So, we were just laughing and talking. We had an award to give him, and it was just it was great.
I might be going over this. Boxing Voice does this amateur event, Border Wars. I might be going down there in Wisconsin to like commentate and be involved in that. So I'm waiting to see.
Okay, when is that?
September 14th, excuse me, I believe.
That's been doing that for a minute.
Yeah, huh?
That's been doing that for a minute, right?
Yeah. He's been doing the Border Wars on and off for a minute, so I'm gonna go down with that. And then on the 28th of September, I'm going to be commentating for Fight TV for Sugar Shane Mosley's exhibition match for celebrity boxing.
Against who?
It's some MMA dude. Nobody you would know. Nobody I knew. And then there's a bunch of other like sub fights.
Was he like a known MMA guy?
No, I don't think so. But I'm doing it because obviously.
You know the name at all?
If you could just Google right now, yes, Shane Mosley celebrity boxing, it'll pop up. I never heard of him.
Mosley.
Oh, wait, you know what? I could tell you right now. Hold on. Oh no, I don't have it on me. Yeah, you gotta look it up. I'm gonna look it up before I do the event, so I know what I'm talking about with the guy. It's a white dude.
Boxing match.
I think he's white. Could be Hispanic. I'm not sure.
Damon Dash gonna be there?
Yeah, Damon's gonna be commentating with me. Me, Damon, and
wait a minute. Viking Samurai Kurzal?
Yeah, him. You know him?
I think he has a YouTube channel.
Oh, you know him? Okay, I don't know what the fuck that is.
No, wait, hold on. He has a YouTube channel. Wait a minute.
And that's in Philly. So if you want to come down, I could probably get you in. I could definitely get you in if you want to come down. That's in Philly. So if you want to roll down, let me know.
On the 14th? Let me see.
That's the 28th.
Oh, man, I know this guy.
Tell me, please. Educate me, because I need to do my research.
You know how I know him? I don't know how this happened, but he interviewed the real Frank Dukes.
Oh, and because Frank Dukes is a little fucking full of shit, the real one.
That's the word. A lot of it was Hollywood. But I'm on his YouTube channel right now. He got 135,000 subs, so he's doing very well for himself.
Yeah.
He's in shape.
Yeah.
He I know, that's what I'm saying. I'm looking at the guy. I think he's American and mixed Japanese.
What is he though? Like, what's his? Is he just a YouTuber or was he an actual fighter?
I just took him as he's into martial arts somehow, but he interviews. You know what? Let me pull up his YouTube channel. Y'all can go subscribe. I don't mind. I don't mind giving him a plug. This is him.
Yeah, that's him. Yep.
This is him. And I don't know too much about him, like as far as him being a fighter. I don't know. I'm not gonna, deny, confirm. This is the Frank Dukes interview right here, as a matter of fact. And this is his page. And he talks about action movies, the fights.
Damn, he has mad views.
Yeah, man, this guy, like I said, I don't know how he came up in the algorithm and I subscribed, because of the Frank Dukes interview. You know what I mean? But this is the guy who's fighting Shane Mosley, y'all.
Yep.
I don't know if
it's on Dame.
Like
it's going to be on Dame Dash's network. Dame Dash from Rockefeller. Those of you who don't know, and I'm going to be commentating it. I think Dame is going to be the guest, either referee, and I think he might be commentating with us. They're not really sure what's happening. So that's in Philly on the 20th of September. There's going to be other fights as well, but unknown dudes, I believe.
If I'm available, I'll let you know.
Let me know as soon as possible. If I'll get you down, I guess I gotta tell them. And, so let me know.
Right. I'll let you know.
Yeah, so I'll be doing that on the 28th for sure. And I'm still trying to figure out if we're gonna go to Wisconsin for the Border Wars thing.
You getting work, man? I like that.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I'm trying to hit one out the park and get something big.
Yeah, man. Yeah. If somewhere like we talk all the time, if you can get that that Instagram magic to translate over to your YouTube, that's
I know, man, and it doesn't.
Big right there.
And it doesn't. It's fucking annoying.
Yeah.
Like I just put out a video that's almost at 1 million views, right? That same video on YouTube is like 15,000. And it's shorts. That's the problem, though.
Yeah.
As you know, shorts pay a fraction of what a normal video pays.
A minute video, yeah.
And most people's attention spans really don't go past watching a 30 to a minute long short.
Yeah,
there it is. That's why you do so well, because look, I have probably double the subscribers you have on YouTube, yet you get way more views than me, because you have those dudes who will sit there and watch all your full-length videos and are loyal. I'm getting people that are just scrolling. Oh, okay, cool. Like, keep going. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's the math ain't math. And everything you just said, I tell my audience all the time. You see people with 100,000 subs, and then they go live, and there's no monetization there. You're like, what? Things aren't what they seem. That's all I'm saying. And
Instagram, for those of you wondering, pays very, very like I'm getting millions of views on Instagram every week, and it pays almost nothing, like nothing, garbage. So, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, if you can bridge that, trust me, I'm still figuring stuff out myself.
I'm trying, man. But and also like my video persona, where I'm full of energy, like that's not me now.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like maybe if I did that the whole time, but I would fall. I'd pass out. Right? I'd catch an aneurysm and who the fuck can scream for an hour straight?
Can't do that shit.
Right?
You can't do that shit for an hour.
People are always, when they talk to me, like, oh, like when I'm doing shows, oh, whoa, I'm surprised. Your videos, you're different. I'm like, who talks like that all the time?
Who talks like that all day?
Who? Nobody.
You talking like you did a line of coke? Oh man!
It's like, yo, what's up, Drew? Yo, how's it? Don't fight, Drew.
But listen, man. Stephen A. Snitch, he likes your videos.
Yo, he's like who's been liking mad videos? I think I should Fab Five Freddy, like every day.
Oh, that guy. That's the guy right there, Fab Five.
You ever watch a show called This Is Us? It's a kind of a corny show on like CBS.
I haven't watched it though.
There's this dude named Sterling Brown. He's one of the main. He likes a lot of my videos. Yeah, there's a bunch of random people who are, and I got guys like Fat Joe. I got other people but there's certain people who are like watching a lot of them. It's pretty cool. Getting mad basketball players.
Man.
Yeah, so it's cool. I'm getting out there. We gotta,
out there. It'll translate when you least expect it.
Right.
That's just how the social media thing works. Like I had a viral moment And I literally got out of bed the next day, and I got like 500 subs in like literally like 9 hours. I said, "What the fuck?"
Right.
Huh? And I was happy, and then I was confused, and then I was like, "Oh, where this hate coming from?" And it just escalated from there.
Yeah. No, that's another fact. With success comes definitely more negative.
There's always somebody,
Yeah.
watching you like.
Always.
Oh.
Always. Yeah, always. Some people just say shit where you're like, wait, what? But I just learned to like.
Yeah. Hate is love to me. I don't care.
True.
Somebody's texting me about the Venezuelan gangs. Oh my gosh. Lot to say about that, bro. But Trump 2024. Man, oh man, I don't know. Man, listen, man. I'm trolling, but I make sure that politics is not. I don't discuss it. It's not my lane.
True.
And shout out to my brother Trill Will. That's his lane. You know what I mean?
Not me either.
Fuck. Anyway, Marco, let them know how they can find you, good brother.
Marco Boxing. Marco 3_ boxing on all platforms.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Well, y'all know where I'm at. And I'll be in the morning. And tomorrow morning, prepare to be uncomfortable, y'all.
Uh-oh.
Prepare to be very uncomfortable.
Uh-oh.
Because y'all know
what are you talking about tomorrow?
Hold on, I'm gonna show you.
Okay.
Get this real quick. Let me ask y'all a question.
What up?
How smart are chimpanzees?
Oh boy. I know where this is going. I'm not touching this one.
I'll tell you something. I'm sick of us. And Mr. Darrell, you finna get this work. Bronx on deck.
Move! Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.